it's evident what this game plan is. Run the ball, and then when you get into a first down situation and you think you can get the team off balance, then you try to throw that quick pass in there. This is the second time tonight they've tried to run that quick slant on first down, and both times unsuccessful. But that's what you do to keep the defense honest, keep those safety guys from attacking the line of scrimmage versus the run.
Conrad only one completion for 14 yards tonight, but he leads the Sunflower League in passing this season. And again, the misdirection, Grismore, and he breaks another tackle and finally pulled down by Deron Lane, or he was out of here.
Well, I think we're going to see where the mistake was on this play now. You watch these linebackers. Look how they flow to the opposite side of where the ball is snapped or hand off to, and Griswold has just open daylight because the linebackers went with the fake, and he's able to get up through the hole and get up through the middle and pick up a big gain. I tell you, those linebackers have to stay at home because of the nature of this offense. It's totally misdirection.
And that play is ringing the cash register right now for the Raiders. It looked like the tight end on the right side jumped for Shawnee Mission South. So it will be stepped off against the Raiders.
Have the offense simulating action, false start, dead ball, 5 yards.
Simulating action.
Simulating the start of a play.
I like that. It's not as bad as a guy in the NFL at one time with the number 65 is in there giving him the business or whatever. I live for listening to guys like that.
Yeah.
We're simulating action on that one. 9:37 to go, first half. Conrad brings his team to the line for a 1st and 15.
Get a look at this up front. Wyandotte's got an 8-man front up on the line of scrimmage. Everybody's going to shoot a gap. You'll see them shooting the gaps right there.
Conrad with a pretty good pass over there to Stiglick. He is upset with himself that he didn't bring it in. He had to make a dive for it. He was open on the far sideline.
Wyandotte put pressure on him, but you can see what they're trying to do defensively now. They're going to say, okay, we're going to put some pressure on you. You've been running the ball up against us. We're going to put the pressure. We're going to go with an 8-man front and see how you handle that. There are advantages to it, and there are also disadvantages, because if you get good blocks, someone gets out of position, you're able to pop the big play, and the only guy, there's no safety in the secondary if he's covering man behind man. As you can see, they're all up front. Safety drops back, but they hit the play, he's gone.
Well, finally, the Bulldogs read that misdirection play up front. It's Randy Campbell and also Sean Allen that make the stop of Grismore. Really the first time they have stopped that play tonight.
First time they've stopped him. I'm calling him Griswold, but it's Grismore. And he's been very effective tonight, but on this play, the gap 8, very effective this time because they're shooting the gaps. You see the gap control right there by Randy Campbell, staying outside, making a big tackle.
Brings up a 3rd and 14, another efficient drive by Shawnee Mission South. Most of the work done on the ground. In fact, all of the work done on the ground.
I'd call quarterback sneak right here. There's no one in the center of the field.
He's back to pass, and he is sacked. And the ball hits the deck. And they called him down. So Wyandotte will not have the football, but my goodness, a meeting in the backfield to clean up the quarterback as about 4 Bulldogs were back there.
It's tough in high school. It's tough in high school when you see a blitz coming and you can't do anything about it because he's trying to get it off. The receivers are running their route, and look at that. That is clearly a fumble on the play, and the official didn't see the ball come out and blew the whistle. But here's the blitz. He can't get rid of it, Neil, because his receivers are still running the pattern, and there's the ball coming loose right there. That was clearly a fumble on the play. Great defense. Maybe they found their defense against this kind of cross-buck action misdirection offense of the Raiders.
Raiders must kick it away. Angling toward the sideline is Brent Taylor, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 6-yard line on that punt. And Wyandotte will start from deep in their own territory at the 7:35 mark of the first half.
Good defense that time by the Bulldogs.
Well, they picked the right play to converge on the quarterback, but you were right, the center of that field was open. A quarterback sneak goes for a touchdown.
Center of the field is open, but give Wyandotte credit. They got the ball at the 10-yard line. The Raiders were inside the 10 or right at the 10, and they were able to force them to punt the football, Neil. So that's incredible defense. In every defensive play that series, they ran that gap 8. So we might see that quite a bit the rest of the game.
Newton directing traffic for the Bulldogs. The 6-yard line, the pitch back to Campbell, sweeping right, and he almost busted it out of there. He's close to a first down, tackled by Bob Bishop for the Raiders, and I think he might have the first down. Well, he's just short of it.
You see Campbell right there. What I like about him, he gets his feet underneath him. He doesn't stop. Look at that run in the building. Never stops his leg, gets upfield, picks up 8 yards. Great first down play. Now they've got a little bit more room back there to be able to run.
Second down and a long one for Wyandotte. Second man through. Campbell is crushed. My goodness, that is Eric Infant.
Infant right there. You know he's a big-time player. Now we talked about him, and you can see him right here as Campbell. He just shoots the gap, and look at that perfect tackle. Oh, feet up in the air.
You liking that, huh?
Yeah, Campbell is like he's praying or something, upside down. Look at that.
Well, I think Campbell's got a few loose cavities on the field after that one.
Yeah, that's just poor blocking up front. You come back to the huddle. If I'm a running back, I'm going to tell that offensive lineman, hey, block that guy.
Shawnee Mission South controlling the game on offense so far. Campbell sweeping left this time and gets some yards. It looks like he's got the first down. So he survives that collision with Infant to pick up the first down. George Ward makes the stop for the Raiders.
Well, we said that Campbell was tough, and he just gets the ball right back to the next play after that big hit and runs outside and picks up a first down. But hey, I'm going to be in the huddle. Hey, block him. Don't sit up there and let him hit me like that. Trying to make a career and go further.
First and 10. 20-yard line for the Bulldogs. Tied up at 7. And again, he wasn't blocked. But that wasn't Infant. That was Aaron Blauser.
Blauser that time shooting the gap. I mean, now he's got to talk to 2 people in the huddle, Neil. I know he doesn't want to do it, but he's going to have to. Watch Blauser right here come right on through and knocks. And he's disgusted. I'd be disgusted too. Campbell here getting the ball. Blauser coming through right there. Good tackle, and he's a disgusted young man.
Well, the other thing, the Raiders called for holding on this play. They didn't hold the right guy. I mean, the Bulldogs were called for holding. They didn't hold the right guy on that play.
But it's plays like that, you can decline the penalty. You're now in second and long situation.
Time winding in the first half. Tied at 7. Glad to have you with us on the high school game of the week. Ron Cherry, Theodis Brown, Neil Harwell with you. Pitch back, Campbell has the corner. If he would have stayed on his feet, he would have gone for a while. As it is, it's a nice gain for the Bulldogs as he brings it out past the 25-yard line.
We've got a measurement here, but perfect play, perfect call. They're coming in with the inside blitz. They're able to seal the blocks off to the outside, and Campbell's able to get to the outside, but good piece of running right there. Look, he goes up and over the tackle. Looks like he's going to be a little short, but what a great piece of running that time. Good call offensively, getting him outside when the Raiders were coming up the middle with the rush.
And as always, you'll have the best look on the game of the week. He is just short. Now, you can't tell me you called that from here.
Yeah.
What's up, man? There's no... That's Jim Knops, our statistician,
no, that
making
was me.
Call.
Jim's looking at me and saying, hey, it's short. I knew it had to be short.
You got the angle
Look at the
up here.
marker on the outside, on the far sideline. Neil, you're just getting old and your eyes are going bad.
And the raindrops on the window aren't helping me any either. Even with my goggles. Third down and 1 for the Bulldogs. 4:33 to go first half.
I'd take that percentage anytime, 50%, third down conversion.
Well, the Raiders have been the more successful team tonight on offense, running the football very effectively, mixing in a pass here and there. And now the Bulldogs trying to get something started. This drive began at their own 6, 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak. And it depends on the mark. The ball popped out of there. But it looked like the pile moved forward just enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, that play should have been stopped because his forward momentum progress was stopped. You can see right here is Kelly Newton right there, just follows the center. He's past the line right now. His momentum is stopped, and there you see the ball come out. Taken out by one of those defensive linemen inside, but they're picking up the first down. Very impressive. They started back at their, I guess it was at the 5-yard line, Neil. We're inside the 10-yard line, and they've been able to move this ball out. They've been also eating up time on the clock, but they've given themselves some breathing room.
Newton gives to Campbell again, and the sophomore is piled upon. A mass of humanity led by Hunter Kovitz, and also Buck Reuter was in there, like Roto Reuter cleaning him up that time.
Campbell coming out for a breather that time. He needs the rest. You can see the last 7 times he's carried the ball straight, Neil, and he's a little exhausted.
Second and 10 Bulldogs. And a flag on the play.
We have encroachment, defense. Paul, it's 5 yards.
Another encroachment penalty, Neil. That helps out Wyandotte. Instead of being second in about 10 or 11, now they're second in about 6.
So the Bulldogs helped by the penalty. Second and 6, Wyandotte. I formation. This is Bateman in there. He gets the pitch. And he is dragged down from behind. And that is Mike Vermeer, the 6'2", 230 senior, running him down in the backfield.
That's a player with experience outside. You see him get outside that time, stretching, making a tackle.
Let's listen in.
What a play.
How's that one coming into your living room? Big Vermeer chasing you.
You can only
the
find
mud
that.
Flying everywhere.
And you can only find that type of play, that type of action and look on the high school game of the week.
Right, because our camera guys are actually on the field. And Vermeer with a bear hug right as the running back got the football. I think that was Kennedy, but he had no time to make a move.
He actually had no time. It looked like there was some confusion in the backfield on the play. As you see Vermeer here come up, Vermeer come up and make the tackle. But there was some confusion between the quarterback, the tailback, and the fullback. That play took entirely too much time. And Kennedy needs to get the ball quick so he can get started and get going at 6 foot, 200 and some pounds.
And with timeout on the field, we want to tell you about the college football action this week. A triple header on Saturday. Wisconsin at Purdue at 11:30. Then at 3, it's Virginia at Florida State. And then 6:30, go out to the West Coast. Notre Dame at BYU. Always the best in college football on ESPN and American Cablevision.
Well, Wisconsin's turned that program around. Virginia could be a sleeper this week, Neil. Florida State coming off a big victory over Miami last week. They could be right for the pickings.
You telling me to go to Vegas with that or what?
I'm not telling you anything, but I'm telling you, could be an interesting game. The points could be worth taking.
All right. The Wyandotte Bulldogs on the sideline, and that huge throng behind them is the enormous ovation you've heard most of this ball game. We're used to the big crowds here lately, but tonight,
not much. Watch South going after this one, Neil.
Bass gets it away. And Kovitz calls for the fair catch and saves a few yards by that fair catch at the 42-yard line.
Smart decision that time by Kovitz. He had plenty of room, Neil. He calls for the fair catch and saves this